Hey y'all, it's Jamila, and I actually just finished my morning Bible study and wanted to share some of the aha moments that I had while they're still fresh in my mind. The study that I'm doing right now was talking about God's attributes, and it was talking about the incomprehensibility of God, and how we can never fully and completely know Him and understand Him. There's always more for us to learn because He's so infinite, even while we're human and so limited. It was talking about the omniscience of God and how He knows everything, the omnipresence of God and how He's everywhere, and the omnipotence of God and how He's all powerful. And one of the questions that it asked, there's reflection questions that I'm doing, and one of the questions that it asked at the end was, does it bother you that you will never fully understand God? How will His incomprehensibility help you to worship Him more fully? And I sat with that question for a minute because I think, especially in this season of our lives, for some of us, the fact that we don't understand what God is doing, the fact that we don't fully understand His plan and we can't see it, and there are so many things that are out of our control, they're just incomprehensible to us. The fact that we don't understand all of the time why He allows hard and bad things to happen, why He allows valley seasons. Sometimes that can push us away from God and cause more anxiety. But what I realized in answering that question is that for me personally, in some ways, that actually gives me more peace. The fact that I can't fully understand God. It's almost like it lets me off the hook. And so I just wanted to read to you what my answer to that question was, because I hope that it will encourage you if you are having any doubts or worries or fears or frustration or anger over not understanding what God is doing right now. So my answer, and again, the question was, does it bother you that you will never fully understand God? And so here's the answer that I wrote. It doesn't bother me to know I will never fully understand God. It actually brings me comfort because He's smarter than everyone. His complexity means He can handle the most complex of situations. So that makes me trust Him more than any man, and more than I even trust myself. His incomprehensibility actually brings me peace and soothes my anxiety because I can trust Him and release control. He's my Father. He knows better than me and understands things that I could never fully understand. So I'm grateful that He is omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient, and that He is working all things together for our good. And I always emphasize that word our because it helps to remind myself, it helps me to remind myself that that's what Scripture says. He's working all things together for our good. So that doesn't necessarily mean that every situation I personally go through is going to be good, but it does mean that overall, He is working things together for our good. So that means that sometimes hard stuff has to happen to me because something else is happening in order for something good maybe to happen for someone else or in the world. I share that a lot. For me personally, my biggest testimony of that is the fact that I started Loved and Blessed because I wanted to become a mother. And that dream, that desire of mine is one that God has not allowed to happen. My husband and I have gone through years of infertility. And so for me, that reminder that God is working all things together for our good is very, very real. Because even though for me, a bad thing happened to me or is continuing to happen to me because we haven't been able to conceive yet, um, the fact that that happened is why I created Loved and Blessed. It's why I'm even here chatting with and trying to encourage you. I would not be an encourager for a living if that had not happened. I'm 100% confident in that if I had become a mother when I had wanted to, um, that I would not have started Loved and Blessed. I started it out of my own pain from that infertility in that situation. So I can see that God works all things together for our good, because Loved and Blessed has saved lives. It has helped women in ways that I know about and in ways that I'll never, ever, ever even know. So I just want to encourage you that whatever you're going through, that He is still working all things together for our good. You're included in that, but also everything isn't always about you. And so trust in the incomprehensibility of God. It's okay that we don't completely understand why certain things are happening right now, but we can still trust Him because He is still in control. He is still all knowing. He is still always present, and He is still sovereign. All right, y'all, stay encouraged.